Welcome to the CompTIA A+ Prepcast presented by baremetalcyber.com. The A+ certification is structured around two separate exams known as Core 1 and Core 2. Both exams are required to earn the full certification, and each one focuses on a distinct set of technical domains. Understanding the difference between the two is essential for planning your study efforts. By knowing which exam covers which topics, you can tailor your learning schedule, select appropriate resources, and avoid confusion during preparation. Core 1 is built around the physical and technical aspects of computing. It emphasizes hardware components, mobile devices, networking connections, and the basics of virtualization. This exam focuses heavily on setup, configuration, and troubleshooting at the device level. The knowledge assessed includes hands-on procedures, installation techniques, and identifying specific hardware tools and interfaces. It is oriented toward the physical infrastructure that supports computing systems. Core 2, in contrast, focuses on logical systems and administrative responsibilities. This includes operating systems, cybersecurity, user permissions, and software troubleshooting. Tasks related to system configuration, policy enforcement, and workflow maintenance are emphasized. Instead of asking how to physically install a component, Core 2 examines how to manage that component's behavior within a secure and organized environment. This exam leans more toward managing and supporting user systems and data. Core 1 is divided into 5 main domains. These include mobile devices, networking, hardware, virtualization and cloud computing, and hardware and network troubleshooting. Each domain introduces a different part of the IT hardware landscape. The questions often require understanding physical parts, cables, components, and configurations. Device-level support is a recurring theme throughout this exam, and candidates must be comfortable with tools, connectors, and system setup tasks. Core 2 also includes 5 domains, but the focus shifts toward user-facing systems. These domains are operating systems, security, software troubleshooting, operational procedures, and a separate troubleshooting section that focuses on software and user environments. This exam places strong emphasis on policy enforcement, user management, and system safety. While the work remains technical, the scenarios often center on maintaining smooth operations and protecting system integrity. The types of questions you'll encounter in Core 1 typically focus on physical identification and functionality. You may be asked to recognize a port or connector, understand a laptop upgrade procedure, or match devices to appropriate settings. These questions emphasize knowledge of physical components and how to install or troubleshoot them. They often require recognition of visual details or procedural steps related to hands-on tasks. In Core 2, the questions shift toward logical understanding and system administration. You'll encounter topics such as user account permissions, anti-malware tools, and backup strategies. There is a heavier emphasis on interpreting scenarios where software or policy issues must be resolved. Many of these questions are framed as real-world situations where the candidate must decide on the best response. Familiarity with file systems, operating system behavior, and user control is essential. Troubleshooting appears in both exams but with very different contexts. Core 1 focuses on diagnosing physical problems such as failed drives, faulty connections, or wireless signal issues. The procedures are largely hardware-based and deal with identifying and correcting device-level faults. Core 2 addresses troubleshooting in software environments, such as resolving user login problems, application crashes, or security alerts. Each exam demands a separate troubleshooting mindset. The technical level of Core 1 requires solid knowledge of computer hardware, connectors, peripheral devices, BIOS settings, and wireless configuration. Candidates are expected to know how to assemble, configure, and maintain these systems. The focus is heavily grounded in the physical structure of computing and the components that allow devices to communicate and operate. Mastery of these topics ensures readiness to support technical hardware infrastructure. For more cyber-related content and books, please check out cyberauthor.me. Also, there are other prepcasts on cybersecurity and more at baremetalcyber.com. Core 2 builds on the hardware understanding introduced in Core 1 and shifts the focus to managing systems and user environments. It requires familiarity with operating systems such as Windows, macOS, and Linux. Candidates are expected to understand administrative tools, command line utilities, user access management, and basic cybersecurity principles. The topics emphasize operational procedures and safe system behavior. Unlike Core 1's physical orientation, Core 2 leans into logical, procedural, and user-level functions. Networking is one area that appears in both exams, but with different emphasis. In Core 1, the focus is on physical components like cables, wireless standards, and port types. It introduces how network hardware connects and interacts. Core 2, by contrast, explores how network settings are configured and how issues like IP conflicts or misconfigured permissions are resolved. Together, the exams provide both the physical and logical perspectives necessary for supporting networked systems. Virtualization and cloud computing are also distributed across the two exams. Core 1 introduces these technologies by explaining basic concepts such as virtual machines and cloud service models. The content is foundational, setting the stage for broader awareness. Core 2 may revisit these topics when discussing tools used in system operations, security contexts, or cloud-based user services. The emphasis shifts from understanding what virtualization is to understanding how it integrates with system behavior. Mobile device content appears in both exams, but with different emphasis. Core 1 focuses on setup, configuration, synchronization, and the physical aspects of mobile devices. It covers mobile operating systems, input methods, and wireless features. Core 2, on the other hand, introduces security concerns such as mobile device management, screen locks, and encryption. While both exams address mobile technology, the focus ranges from deployment to ongoing control and policy. Security topics are another major area of divergence between Core 1 and Core 2. Core 1 introduces basic wireless encryption standards and secure networking practices. It sets the foundation for understanding how data is protected during transmission. Core 2 significantly expands on this by covering user accounts, permission settings, anti-malware strategies, and threat response. Most of the exam's security focus is located in Core 2, and this section is critical for demonstrating workplace readiness. Operating system coverage is primarily reserved for Core 2. Core 1 may include a few interface-related concepts, such as basic installation steps, but it does not go deep into system management. Core 2 covers OS types, boot processes, administrative tools, and file system management in much greater detail. Understanding how to manage, configure, and troubleshoot modern operating systems is a central focus of Core 2 and plays a significant role in many of its scenarios. Each exam prepares learners for different but connected job functions. Core 1 is ideal for candidates who will be working with physical equipment, performing hardware repairs, setting up systems, or managing inventory. Core 2 prepares learners for help desk roles, system administration tasks, ticket resolution, and handling user issues. When combined, the two exams represent a comprehensive skill set that covers the full range of technical support responsibilities. Core 1 and Core 2 complement each other by targeting different layers of the IT environment. Core 1 builds a solid understanding of devices, how they operate, and how they physically connect. Core 2 takes that base and applies it to day-to-day system usage, security practices, and user interactions. Together, they ensure the learner can understand, deploy, manage, and maintain both the technical infrastructure and the operational systems layered on top of it. It is critical to treat both Core 1 and Core 2 with equal importance. While each exam covers a different set of objectives, neither one is optional, and neither alone leads to certification. Success on the A+ exam means achieving a passing score on both components. Balanced preparation is essential. Ignoring or underestimating one side of the content creates an incomplete understanding and risks delaying certification goals. In summary, Core 1 and Core 2 represent two halves of the A+ certification, each with its own focus and domain structure. Core 1 emphasizes hardware, devices, and connectivity, while Core 2 focuses on systems, users, and support procedures. Together, they validate a full spectrum of entry-level IT knowledge. Understanding the differences between the two helps guide study strategy and ensures complete readiness for all technical and operational challenges covered by the certification. Thank you for listening. Please visit baremetalcyber.com for more cybersecurity information, podcasts, books, and more.